Hello friends, today we will discuss in law relating to export and import regulation. The topic is transfer of technology and its restrictive terms. So first of all, let us see what is transfer of technology and which terms can make the technology transfer restrictive. So first of all, we should know that how the terms becomes restrictive in technology transfer. Why it is requirement of transfer of technology. Let us see. Okay, so it is a requirement for the purpose of developing the country. It is important to have technology for the purpose of development. So to any country, it is required that once a developed country has developed a technology, it is required for the purpose of providing the same technology to the developing country or least developing country. For the purpose of use of that technology, it is requirement to make an agreement between two nations from developed to developing. એટલે કે ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીથી ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રી પાસે જે ટેકનોલોજી જે છે એ ટ્રાન્સફર કરવા માટે સૌપ્રથમ તો એક એગ્રીમેન્ટ બનાવવું પડે. અને આ એગ્રીમેન્ટ કેમ બનાવવાનું હોય છે? સપોઝ કોઈ એક સ્પેસિફિક ટેકનોલોજી છે, એ ટેકનોલોજીને યુઝ કરવા માટે કેવી રીતે યુઝ થશે એઝ વેલ એઝ એના ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પ્રોપર્ટીના આસ્પેક્ટ્સ હોય છે. સપોઝ કોઈ વ્યક્તિએ સોફ્ટવેર શોધ્યું, સપોઝ કોઈ વ્યક્તિએ કોઈ સ્પેસિફિક પ્રોડક્ટ શોધી, ઓકે, તો એના રિલેટેડ કાં તો કોપીરાઇટ અથવા તો પેટન્ટનો ભંગ થતો હોય, જે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ લેવલે પણ હોઈ શકે. ઓકે, તો એ રીઝનથી જે ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પ્રોપર્ટી રાઇટ્સ છે, એ ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પ્રોપર્ટી રાઇટ્સના ઇન્ફ્રિંજમેન્ટ ના થાય એ પર્પઝથી એક એગ્રીમેન્ટ કરવામાં આવે છે. તો આ એગ્રીમેન્ટ કરવા માટે ટેકનોલોજી ટ્રાન્સફરમાં વેરિયસ ટર્મ્સ મૂકવામાં આવે છે, જેને કહેવાય છે રિસ્ટ્રિક્ટિવ ટર્મ્સ. So first of all, we should know the international instrument which is relating to the transfer of technology. So let us see in the TRIPS agreement, Article 7 provides for the purpose of transfer of technology. So developing countries in particular see technology transfer as a part of bargain in which they have agreed to protect intellectual property rights. The TRIPS agreement aims to achieve the transfer and dissemination of technology as a part of its objectives, and especially requires the developed country who are the members of the TRIPS to provide incentives to their companies to promote the transfer technology to the least developed countries. So for that purpose, Article 7 provides for the same, that is, the TRIPS agreement states that the protection and enforcement of IP rights should contribute to promotion of the technology, innovation, and to the transfer and dissemination of technology to the mutual advantage of producers and the users of the technological knowledge, and in the manner conducive to their social and economic welfare and to a balance of rights and obligations. સો આર્ટિકલ 7 એવું કહે છે કે ટ્રીપ્સ એગ્રીમેન્ટમાં એવું સ્પેસિફાઈ કર્યું છે કે જે ડેવલપ કન્ટ્રીઝ છે, જેણે ટેકનોલોજી ડેવલપ કરી છે, એન્ડ ટેકનોલોજીના પ્રોડ્યુસર્સ છે, એ કોઈ ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ હોઈ શકે, એ કોઈ સોફ્ટવેર હોઈ શકે જે ટેકનોલોજી ડેવલપ પ્રોડ્યુસર્સે કરી છે. તો આ ટેકનોલોજી ટ્રાન્સફર થવા માટે એ જરૂરી છે કે એના માટે કોઈ સ્પેસિફિક પ્રોસિજર હોય. ઓકે, અને એ સ્પેસિફિક ટેકનોલોજીનું ડિસેમિનેશન થાય, એટલે કે વિસ્તરણ થાય, બરાબર. અને એ ટેકનોલોજી સામાજિક અને સોસાયટીના વેલફેર માટે યુઝ થાય. દેટ હેઝ બીન પ્રોવાઇડેડ ઇન આર્ટિકલ 7 of the TRIPS agreement. Further, the obligation for the developed countries to provide for the technology transfer is in Article 66.2, the least developed countries want required to be made more effective. In Doha Convention in November 2001, ministers agreed that the TRIPS Council would put in place the mechanism for ensuring monitoring and full implementation of the obligations. The Council adopted the decision of the Doha Convention, that is setting up of a mechanism for the purpose of providing technology transfer. So let us see first how the technology is transferred and which are the restricted terms. So for that purpose, it is important to know that which are the parts of the technology transfer. That is, as we saw earlier, that technological transfer is a transfer of particular technology that may be in any form and that may infringe by the developing country or the least developing country of the IPRs of the maker. ઓકે, જેણે એ ટેકનોલોજી શોધી છે એ ટેકનોલોજી શોધનારનો પેટન્ટ અથવા તો કોપીરાઇટ ભંગ ના થાય એના માટે એક એગ્રીમેન્ટ બાયલેટરલ એગ્રીમેન્ટ બનાવવામાં આવે છે. આ બાયલેટરલ એગ્રીમેન્ટ 3 પાર્ટમાં હોય છે. દેટ ઇઝ mode of transfer, second extent of transfer and use of technology under certain terms and conditions. Okay, so these are various parts of the technology transfer and the restrictions that can be put on this is future improvement and updates. Okay, so what if the technology has been improved in future? Okay, so in future, suppose a maker has made certain instrument and it has been transferred the license to the transferee. Okay, the developed country, one of the person who is transferring his instrument for the purpose of use in particular country. Now, during the agreement, it may be the person who is using the license to use that technology. Okay, after using the same, if that particular person is improving in that technology, so who will be the owner of that improvement? That should be specified in the agreement. That terms may be restricted by the parties because this agreement is a bilateral agreement and not the multilateral or the common norms that is applicable to it. So it may be that the improvement has been made by the person who has received the license from the developed country. Okay, so if in the agreement it has been specified that the improvement shall be taken by, or the improvement patent or the improvement copyright will be taken by the person who has improved, so that will be followed. Or sometimes it may be the developed country or the person who has made the technology can put restriction that once he is making an improvement, that improvement shall be handed over to the original owner of the technology. So that terms may be decided in the agreement itself. And updates, sometimes it may be that certain updates have been come okay in the technology, so that update shall be time to time given by the person who has made the technology, okay, or the person who has made the instrument, or certain software has been updated. So update shall be given, and for that purpose what shall be the amount that shall be put in the agreement. Okay, so this is the restrictive term in relation to the future improvement and updates. Next is warranty and indemnity clause. Okay, we all are aware about the warranty. Warranty means what? That what about the thing, once the thing has been transferred, the technology has been transferred from the developed to the developing country, what if certain part of that technology has been damaged? Okay, so whether that particular part will be repaired or not. So what about the warranty clause and indemnity clause. That means if particular part has been lost, okay, so who will pay the indemnity, that shall be specified in the terms of the technology. So it is important while making the clause of the technology transfer, at that time warranty and indemnity shall be specified. Further, confidentiality. So once the developed country has given the technology to the developing country, okay, so at that time it is required that certain confidentiality has to be maintained. Okay, so if the confidentiality has been maintained, only then the technology has to be transferred. So it is important restrictive term of confidentiality. Then terms and prerequisites. Okay, so terms of employment, terms of transfer of technology, that shall be specified in the agreement itself. Then the prerequisites, that for the purpose of adaptation of new technology, it is required certain prerequisites કે ભાઈ સ્પેસિફિકલી કોઈ સ્પેસિફિક ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ એસ્ટાબ્લિશ કરવું હોય તો એના માટે પ્રી રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ શું છે, તો એના માટે કોઈ સ્પેસિફિક ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ જોઈએ, એ ઇન્સ્ટોલ કરાવવું પડે, ત્યારબાદ જ એ સ્પેસિફિક ટેકનોલોજી ચાલશે. સો ધીસ આર વેરિયસ terms which are restricting the technology transfer. Okay, so which is very much important. I am sharing it today with you. If you have query, you can ask. Thank you so much.